Hello everyone. Hello Simran. Hi Swati. Self-made strong girl. Hi, so glad to see you guys.
Able to join right now.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Deepak.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you again.
Yeah,
Hello,
same.
everyone.
So, guys, we are back. We are back as we promised, and we'll be doing this every week, every Saturday. We'll be holding this live, and we'll be coming up with any new topics that you would want to discuss. And you remember, you, those who know me. Um, but I'll reintroduce myself. I'm Bhumika. I'm a Reiki healer. I am a life coach, and I am a tarot reader. So during this session, we'll be talking about coping with fear and anxiety, and we'll be doing some free tarot readings live on this platform. So I welcome you all, and I hope you enjoy this live, and maybe we can have a discussion about how we can grow together and how we can learn more about fear and anxiety and how to cope with it.
Perfect.
So, Deepak, will please reintroduce yourself to people. I think we have some new people joining in.
Yeah, so most
So,
of them know me very well, but for the new people who all, well, thank you so much for joining this live stream again. And my name is Deepak. I'm practicing functional and sports nutrition, and practicing in New Delhi. And last time हमने डिस्कस किया था स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट विद द हेल्प ऑफ फूड एंड स्पिरिचुअल इन अ स्पिरिचुअल वे एज वेल एंड आज का हमारा जो टॉपिक है दैट इज फियर एंड एंजाइटी
so
तो
Deepak, fear and anxiety, I think हम लोगों ने सबने experience करी होगी. Have you ever experienced that fear, anxiety? And could you please give us a few examples?
यस सो सी ऐसे नहीं है आज के टाइम में मुझे नहीं लगता कोई ऐसा पर्सन होगा हु डजंट फील दिस थिंग और फियर एंड एंजाइटी जिसने फील ना की हो. So yeah, sometime when you are not able to respond or there's something which you wanted to express, but you hold yourself. You don't want to. I mean, you are not able to express yourself. Some kind of a thread you have in your mind. So, आजकल and especially in this modern lifestyle, we all have such things. There is so many reason like of course there is some nutrition deficiency जो हम respond नहीं कर पाते जिसकी वजह से हमारा brain उस accordingly respond नहीं कर पाता है. So yeah, there is something which can be correct by your food and nutrition, and then of course your mindfulness, how you are responding to that stage. That's also very important. And I guess you are the best person to tell us कि उसको कैसे respond करना है.
See, first of all, I think it is very important for us to understand कि fear or anxiety होता क्या है and how it stems up. So, fear basically, अगर हम layman terms में बात करें तो whenever we perceive a danger, there's a there's a biochemical change in our body, and that is what we call as fear. और साइंटिफिकली अगर हम इसको बोले तो ये रिस्पॉन्स मैकेनिज्म है हमारे रेप्टिलियन ब्रेन हमारे एमिगडुला का जिसकी वजह से वी आर नॉट एबल टू हैंडल द सिचुएशन एंड वी ईदर हैव अ फ्लाइट response or we have a fight response. तो या तो हम aggressive होके we just fight it off, otherwise we just decide to run it off. So this actually started because human beings were hunter gatherers. So they lived in jungles, there were animals around. So some animals you could fight, the other animals you had to actually run away from. So that is, but as we grew, even in the modern society, our reptilian brain did not catch that. जो हमारा conscious brain है, that always understands. But when we are in that particular situation at that point in time, we are not able to understand how to cope with it, and that is where the fear comes in. Similarly, anxiety, अब fear का तो ये है कि okay, if something is happening, either it is a physical danger or an emotional danger, or you have a danger of losing something in your life, instability का danger है. But anxiety is something जो, even if we don't face the fear, even if वो हमारे साथ कुछ हो नहीं रहा है, anxiety फिर भी हो सकती है, because it is the way we perceive this can happen with me. You know, sometimes you might have noticed that we are sleeping very peacefully, or all of a sudden we wake up in the middle of the night, and then all kind of thoughts start coming to us, the racing thoughts. कल जॉब पे जाना है, बॉस ने ये टारगेट दिया था, ये नहीं हुआ है, ओ माय गॉड बच्चे की फीस डिपॉजिट करनी है, ये वाला खर्चा आ रहा है, वो वाला खर्चा आ रहा है. All these things, all these worries, all these anxieties, even though they are not right there, even though that is not happening to you right now, we keep on getting anxious about those things. So that is the only difference between fear and anxiety. Fear basically stems out of something that we perceive in our vicinity. Anxiety is actually a byproduct of the fear. जहां डर होगा वहां एंजाइटी अपने आप आएगी, और एप्रीहेंशन होगा तो अपने आप एंजाइटी आएगी ही आएगी. So again, like I gave you little examples, that anything can cause you anxiety or fear. Not being able to perform to the expectations of others, not being able to provide the stability to your partner, not being able to provide for your children, not being able to give the kind of reassurance people desire from you. So anything at all can trigger that anxiety. So so that this is what fear and anxiety is all about. So basically what happens is, क्या होता है जब किसी को anxiety होती है? So when we are anxious, all of a sudden the heart rate increases, pupils dilate हो जाते, we can't see things clearly, we start biting our nails. These are telltale signs of having anxiety. And you'll start getting headaches, you will not be able to focus on one thing. If someone calls you from behind, someone asks you something, you will be irritable. And what happens is, this completely destroys our interpersonal relationships. So this is one of the major factors why stress and anxiety and fear totally derails our lives. So today, that is why we decided to come here and maybe provide some coping mechanisms for these fears and anxieties.
I would
So Deepak, yeah.
I would like to announce also to all our audience, like they feel free to share their question if they have any question in their mind, anxiety, fear, or maybe related to food. So this platform is open to all. Please share your comment box if you want to ask something. Please feel free. Sorry to cut you out. Yeah.
No, that's perfectly fine. So I was going to actually ask you that everyone says, like you also said, that when we eat proper food, there are certain nutrients which help us to cope with these kind of things. Since this is such an important aspect of our life, and it affects the total well-being, whether it is physical, mental, emotional, or even in the interpersonal domain, it totally affects us. So how is it, I mean, since food is the easiest way to balance your life, so I would ask you, what should we do? What should we be eating? What should we be avoiding? And if you can tell that, one, in terms of nutrients, and two, in terms of the kind of foods we should have, it would be a great help for everyone out here.
Perfect. So see, last time we हमने जो discuss किया था ना, that there is something which is destroying our mental health, and again, as always said, your mental health is always connected with your gut. So there's few things which is destroying your gut health and your mental health. So there is some food which is help you in your improving your mood, improving your mental health, and improving your gut health. So again, so it's kind of a disclaimer that a food only cannot cure your anxiety, but it will definitely help you to survive, or maybe you can cope up better with if you have a right food in your diet, if you have a right nutrition in your diet. Normally हमको लगता है एक बहुत layman सा term है that you should have a balanced food diet. Now nobody know what is the balanced diet means. We only know कि सब्जी खाना है, रोटी खाना है, राइस खाना है, ये हमारा बैलेंस फूड हो गया. How much protein you are eating, how much are you getting those micronutrients, are you getting those vitamins which required for your neurons, which required for your your mental health, which is required for your if you're having a lot of oxidative stress in your body, are you having something which is giving you an antioxidant effect. So ये हम लोग इस बारे में कभी डिस्कस भी नहीं करते हैं. एंड ऑफ कोर्स हमको हमारे स्टडीज में भी ये नहीं बताया गया है दैट यू शुड फोकस ऑन ऑल दी स्मॉल 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 थिंग्स, बिकॉज इसका डेफिशिएंसी कभी भी हमको पता नहीं लगता. इट्स नॉट समथिंग इफ यू आर लैकिंग इन एंटीऑक्सीडेंट इन योर फूड तो आप बीमार पड़ जाओगे. Yes, you may feel the difference if you have enough vitamin, enough minerals, enough antioxidant in your diet. So as you mentioned a very beautiful word, fear and anxiety ke liye, that our brain is always go in a mode which is either fight or flight. So either you can, जब कोई एक you are in a jungle और सामने शेर आ जाए, so you only have two options. Either you run away or you gather those that courage के okay ठीक है, I don't have any other choice, I have to fight with him. So for that, how strong your brain is, how mentally you are powerful, उसके लिए आपकी brain functioning कैसी है. So brain functioning के लिए are you getting all those vitamin which is required for your better brain health. So all these things has to be in your diet. Now comes to the food which can help you to improve your mental health, or maybe you can say elevate your mood in a positive way. So things like vitamins, which is especially magnesium. Magnesium is something which is lot of people, it's very underrated mineral. Magnesium is something which help you in so many ways. It helps you in digestion. It helps you in your muscle spasm, cramp. But magnesium is really really helpful for your brain function as well. So if you are having difficulty with sleep, magnesium is something which is definitely going to help you out. It's improve your sleep quality. It's improve your mental health as well. And you can easily get magnesium from dark chocolate. So all these green leafy vegetables. In fact, dark chocolate is something which have a lot of flavonoids, or all these fruit which gives you an antioxidant effect as well. So all these things, omega-3 fatty acids, so beautiful micronutrients for your brain health. So and you can get it from fatty fishes like salmon, or you can get also choline from egg. Choline is again a precursor of your N-acetylcholine, which is helps in your neurotransmitter. So these are the small things you can add in your diet. So things like seeds and nuts, they are very rich in minerals, magnesium, selenium, zinc, and you can add green leafy vegetables which give you the antioxidant effect as well. So food which has a different color, that give you a different kind of antioxidant. That's why he said plate बहुत colorful होनी चाहिए आपकी when you are eating something. That doesn't mean कि सिर्फ एक ही color का आप food खा रहे हो. So if you have a lot of different colors, vegetables, you can get from fruits, you can get it from vegetables. So जितना ज़्यादा colorful आपकी vegetable होगी, उतना ज़्यादा आपको different vitamins and minerals भी आपको मिलेंगे.
So Shweta Bharadwaj ji एक question पूछ रहे हैं, is it a good idea to take vitamins through pills?
See, first of all, it's very difficult to understand whether we are deficient in that particular minerals or vitamins or not, because there is there is not any blood test or something जिससे हमें पता लगे कि are we deficient. Because जब हम blood test कराते हैं ना, तो वो हमें एक्स्ट्रा सर्कुलर जो हमारे सेल्स ब्लड में जो अमाउंट है हमें वो पता लगता है. ऑल दीज विटामिन्स, मिनरल्स, ये सब हमें चाहिए होते हैं सेल्स के अंदर. एंड देयर इज नो टेस्ट व्हिच टेल यू कि इंट्रासेल्युलर आपकी मैग्नीशियम कितना है, आपकी बॉडी में जिंक कितना है. यस, वी आर लैकिंग इन सो मेनी मिनरल्स. उसके रीजन बहुत सारे हैं, दैट वी आर नॉट गेटिंग द गुड क्वालिटी फूड, ऑर्गेनिक, वी आर नॉट गेटिंग इट. द क्वालिटी ऑफ सॉइल, जहाँ पर vegetables से अगर let's say if you want to take magnesium from vegetables, or let's say from seeds, so the quality of soil is not exactly which is used to be like 100 years before, so it's depleted from mineral. So depleted soil से depleted mineral ही मिलेगी food में. If we are facing some issues, as I said, sleep, magnesium is really good for sleep. So if you are lacking if you're having a bad sleep or if you're lacking in having a good sleep, of course you can add that mineral through food. But if you can add it through supplement, through a pills, or through, we also doing intravenous in our clinic. So अगर आप वहाँ से भी लेते हैं, and if you feel the changes, that means it's working for you. So yes, it's not it's not unsafe, or it's not harmful to take minerals from through a pill or through intravenous therapy. But yes, it has to be, under a supervision, because the ratio which is required is completely different from person to person. Maybe you need 400 grams, maybe someone else doesn't need 400 grams of magnesium. So this is something which is very customizable, and every person's needs is different. I
So
hope
that means it is safe to take vitamins through pills, because food might not completely cover the deficiency. But again, if a doctor prescribes you, that is what you should be following, right?
See, a lot of conventional doctor, they don't have much information about the nutraceuticals, which means multiple vitamins and zinc, magnesium. They don't have the depth knowledge of all these things. So someone who's dealing with all these things, someone who's who studied about all these things, so they are the right person to tell you. But yeah, I always
So a nutritionist would be there.
About that, is it safe to take vitamin, is it safe to take protein. I always said, it's safer than having a chocolate. You should always ask yourself, okay, if I'm having these candies, if I'm having all these dessert or sweets, are these things safe for our health? No, it's not at all safe, but we are still having all these things.
I understand. So there's a thought that goes behind it, that I'm craving something, so I'm having it. But when it comes to pills, we are a little apprehensive. I think that is very, very natural also, because a medicinal side effect can actually be really severe.
Yeah. I would like to add one more thing here. So see, when we talk about nutritional supplement, so there is always two types of supplement. When you take something which comes from chemically made pharmacies. So a beautiful example like vitamin B12. Now the natural form of vitamin B12 is called methylcobalamin. That's the natural form our body produce. Okay. Now the thing, you get it from the pharmacy, और जो नॉर्मली जो आपको सस्ते सप्लीमेंट भी मिलते हैं, बी कॉम्प्लेक्स, आपको कोई भी बी विटामिन अगर आप लेते हैं, which is made out of a pharmacy, that is the form of that same molecule. So that is called cyanocobalamin. So now cyanocobalamin is the chemically artificial form of vitamin B12. So if you want to take vitamin B12, make sure you should go for the organic form, which is the methylcobalamin, not the cyanocobalamin. So these are the small things you need to understand. And of course, I mean, you need supervision, you need the guidance, because there is so many minerals and vitamins which is available, and you require them. So if you are taking something which is made by a pharmacy, chemically made, of course, if you're taking that thing for a longer period of time, वो उसका impact एक negative way में भी आ सकता है in a longer run. But if you're taking which is natural form, which is driven by the plant, and it's exactly same what your body is producing, then it's not going to be that harmful.
Got it. So basically, now that we have covered the biochemical part of fear and anxiety, how we can manage it through food. So I would like to share here that fear and anxiety, of course, there are certain cases wherein you have to consult a doctor, you have to go to a psychologist or a psychiatrist, and you need that treatment, because sometimes what happens is you're not able to cope with the fear and anxiety just by coming just by this parasympathetic nervous system, and that is when we have to actually take medical help. So I would like to mention here, very, very important, it is very, very important that in case you have a long outstanding anxiety or fear, or you keep staying in a toxic environment which doesn't make you feel safe, then it is important that you seek that medical attention, because mental health is very, very important. If your mental health is not intact, your entire life goes for a toss. So we have seen so many people suffering, you know, because they are not mentally happy, or they're going through fear, they have severe anxiety issues. But yes, in normal cases, like suppose we have had a traumatic event, and it's something which is not going from your mind, there are certain ways wherein you can you know do certain things which will help you get in alignment with yourself. One, I would very strongly recommend breathing exercises. So like when we say that breath is something that runs our body more than food, more than water, what is the most important thing that we need is breath work. So you would have noticed that anxiety and fear, they actually shorten your breath. So when the breathing is so shallow, the body doesn't get proper oxygen, and that is when our parasympathetic nervous system goes for a toss. There is a release of cortisol and other stress related hormones, which completely take away your energy, take away your ability to think clearly, to focus on the thing, and rather pushes you into a deeper depression or deeper pit. So in order to get out of that particular stress and that particular state, the first and foremost thing is put your hands on your heart and have and start breathing deeply, the belly breaths. So what will happen is that your entire mind and your body will start to align. The moment you breathe deeply, your entire system begins to stabilize, and that is when you'll be able to find out logical reasons and logical ways to deal with that particular anxiety or the fear. Second thing is mindfulness. So mindfulness, again, we come back to the same topic again and again. So we need that mindfulness in order to know what is happening around us. So the moment you start doing things mindfully, and you start focusing on one thing at a time, things begin to change. Things slowly begin to change. You are more aware of your surroundings, you're more aware of what is going inside you, and you're more aware of what you are walking towards. So जो भी fear होगा, anxiety होगी, it always arises of things which are unknown to us. So the
Okay.
known things, they don't scare us. An unknown thing will always scare us. Say you're walking in the dark and you can't see what is around you, you will be more scared. But then you're in the house, and you know what is where, you will feel safe and secure. So mindfulness, whenever we are working mindfully on something, it is like we are at home. We are at home in our own body, in our own mind, in our own self. So that is what gives us that kind of reassurance, and we are able to function well. Third thing, again, if you are a person who usually gets anxious, then the best thing is that you form a routine. You know, make a loose routine. It's not like you are doing that go 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 go. You don't have to be in that energy. Form a basic routine. I have to get up. Next step is this. The other step is this. The other step is this. When you have a routine and the predictability in your life, you will see your anxiety will slowly start to go down. So in addition to the medication or food, and in addition to having people around you and supporting friends and family around you, these are a few steps which will help you go a step ahead, and be able to manage your stress and anxiety more efficiently. So this is something which I really wanted to bring across, because these are little things that we ourselves can do, and that this is something which improves our living. And this will improve your mental health and your life in certain ways. So whenever there is a fear and anxiety, the first and foremost thing is to take a deep breath. Another a very important thing is what was taught to us in the movie Three Idiots. So this guy, he would put his hand and say, "All is well, all is well, all is well." So this is actually positive affirmation. So when you are in a situation where you can't really, you don't really know what will come out, what will happen, and you are anxious and you are scared. So the moment you start saying things like that, so everyone would have that kind of an affirmation. Like for me, it is always like, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. So that, and it's not unnatural to feel anxiety. That anxiety could be for performance, that anxiety could be in for my own stability or having that financial independence, or that anxiety could be that I have to do something and I'm not up to that level where I can actually do it. So these anxieties and all, so you need to find certain ways in which help you cope up with that entire thing. So affirmation, mindfulness, forming a routine, and most important, breath work. The more you breathe deeply, the more deeper your breath is, the better your life would be. So this is what I really wanted to bring forward in this discussion.
Being anxious or if you feel fear, there is nothing wrong in it. It's something that how to deal with it, how how to
Exactly.
react at that time. Everybody can, anybody can feel anxious, anybody can feel fear, but the differentiation is how you. So two people can, fear with the same thing, but both can react in a different way.
Exactly.
Need
So
to natural.
reaction is different, and similarly, that is the way you can deal with it also.
Yeah.
So for me, one affirmation might work. For someone else, the other affirmation might work. So depending upon what is exactly happening at that point in time in your life. So yeah, to each his own. But then I would strongly recommend, having those go-to uh, affirmations and go-to, routines that can make you feel better. Another very important aspect of, coping with fear and anxiety is grounding yourself. So, we all talk about Mother Earth. We talk about, the positives of grounding. So I would not go scientific here because I am in no way qualified to give scientific explanations. But the moment your feet touch the ground, or and even better if you can go outside and touch the soil. So the moment your feet are on the ground or on the soil, you will automatically feel your fear and anxiety leaving your body. So, in my personal experience, it has always been that the moment I have my feet on the ground and I feel that I'm on a stable space, it is like a reassurance by the nature or the universe that you know what, you are safe. And the moment you start feeling safe, the fear actually begins to decrease.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Let me take some question. Okay.
what should we do for sound sleep? So, Deepak, I think you should take it. What should we do for sound sleep? One of my friend is dealing with insomnia. She feels active the entire day, but she faces sleep issues. Okay.
Okay. So yes, if you're having difficulty with sleep, so you should always have a sleep regime, or we call the hygienic sleep regime. It takes some practice. So basically, what you need, make sure that two three things definitely going to be happen is one, you should, whenever you're trying to go to the sleep, stop using your electromagnetic device. So things like your mobile, all these digital device, mobile, television screen, in fact those white LEDs these days, all the exposure of blue light, you need to stop before sleeping at least 1 to 2 hours before. That will help you to have a good sleep. uh, make sure that your room should be a bit colder. आजकल लोग हीटर चला लेते हैं, because of the cold लोग रूम में हीटर भी चलाते हैं. So it's not the good way to have having a heater inside your room. So a cold temperature inside your room, dark room, and just stop the exposure of white light. That will gonna definitely help you with this in your sleep quality. And then, as I mentioned before also, magnesium, if you want to add some supplement, magnesium is something along with vitamin D. It's a beautiful combination for sleep. And one more thing, chamomile tea. Chamomile is an amazing, amazing herb which relax your mind. So just drink a chamomile tea before sleep. Switch off all the light, switch off all the digital instruments which you are having around, and try that, and definitely gonna help with that.
So, another thing I would add here is Shweta, she can practice deep breathing before she lies down. And there's another yogic practice called Brahmari Pranayam. So Brahmari Pranayam actually helps in, quieting your mind. The moment your mind is quiet, you'll be able to sleep more peacefully. Another thing I would add is, in addition to chamomile tea, you can add lavender and a little bit of valerian root. Valerian root, touchwood, has worked wonders for me and the people around me. So valerian root really helps. Um, Third thing that I would say is that before you go to sleep, especially, I mean, I don't know, most of the people don't follow this, but there should be no TV in the bedroom.
Exactly.
So television is something which has actually, created that kind of atmosphere around us that we are not able to function without it. So the lesser if the television is not in the bedroom, so usually what will happen is you'll have to get up. You will not keep on watching till the end, till the moment your eyes are not closed. You will if you don't have it in the bedroom, you will definitely, there will be a time when you'll be like, okay, now I need to go to bed, and I need to sleep, and you will just walk away and have the most peaceful sleep that you've ever experienced. So if at all they can make that kind of a change, then of course they should make that kind of a change. And rather, I would say that make your bedroom the no technology zone. Keep your phones and everything out, and the good old alarm system can work and wake you up. So I hope we have given you some tips, Shweta.
Also, guys, we're going to start doing the favorite part of reading. So get ready with all your questions.
Yeah. So I would, Shweta, I don't know how many of you are aware, but there are certain guided meditations called hypnosis, which really, really help you sleep well. In fact, they help you in a lot of mental issues. So there are a lot of them available on YouTube. Otherwise, when you're going to sleep, the white noise can actually help you sleep faster. So there are audios with very less volume, but it keeps on playing in the background and it lulls you to sleep. So that also can be used. So these are the few tools which I have personally tried. So it is like a tried and tested thing. So that is why I'm confidently sharing it all with you.
Perfect. Is there any other question we have? No, I guess.
I don't think so.
Oh.
So guys, if you have any other question, we are still taking questions. And great. How does one stop having fearful thoughts coming in every now and then? So a self-made strong girl, I'll tell you something. So what happens is, why do these fearful thoughts come? So these fearful thoughts can come because of 2-3 reasons. One, you might have experienced something in the past, and that trauma is somewhere stored in your mind. Two, it could be an inexplicable fear or phobia that could be coming out of anywhere. You might have seen something, you might have thought of something, dreamt of something. And sometimes, I don't want to talk past life here, but sometimes we carry those fears and phobias from the past lives as well. So when you have fearful thoughts coming in now and then, I think the best way of dealing with them is to reassure yourself that you are safe. So you need to find the way to where you feel that, okay, when I do this, I feel very grounded, very balanced, very sure that nothing is going to harm me. So my personal go-to is, whenever I'm scared, I usually tune into the universe or the higher power. So for me, see, affirmations again. I would again go for affirmations. Second thing that I would mention is, sometimes we have faith in some particular deity or some particular god or some particular higher power. So faith goes a long way in stopping those fearful thoughts. So slowly and steadily, when you keep on affirming those things, even if it is like chanting that God's name. Say suppose someone says speaks about Hanumanji, and they start chanting Hanuman Chalisa the moment they're scared. Or some people are like, Jai Mata Di, they'll do something like that, Jai Mata Di, or whichever higher power or God you believe in. So these actually can really work wonders to stop those fearful thoughts once and for all. Because fear is actually the opposite of faith. The moment you are tuned into your faith, your fear will automatically start vanishing. I hope that makes sense. Otherwise, in case you are really, really feeling it and you're not able to function, I would say put a hand on your heart and slightly press it. It really works wonders. So the moment you press your hand on your heart, it will soothe you so much that your fear will start to lessen, and you'll get your balance. I hope that answers your question.
I don't know. I'm not able to see comment over here. Something is wrong.
Okay, maybe the network.
ओके अगर आपको दिख रहा है तो आप रीड कर लीजिएगा बिकॉज मुझे ये लास्ट क्वेश्चन मेरी विंडो पे नहीं दिख रहा था.
You're welcome, self-made girl. Self-made strong girl. आपके नाम में strong है. You don't have anything to fear.
You know, the name suggests that everything is there. They just
Yeah.
need to believe.
Selectively social, Sachin is asking how to stop overthinking. So Sachin, overthinking actually again it comes from anxiety. So जैसे जैसे आप अपनी anxiety को control करोगे, आपका overthinking अपने आप कम होता जाएगा. Overthinking, we do it so what happens is, why do we overthink? We overthink because either we are afraid of losing something, or we judge ourselves too harshly, or we constantly want to please people. So when we are doing all these things, no, we are actually making our mind and our body think that we are not safe, or we are not where we need to be. So whenever you are overthinking, you need to assure yourself that you are enough, you are doing your best, and the people who are meant to be in your life will remain in your life no matter what happens. So again, I'll come to the same thing, that you were put here with a specific set of gifts, with a specific set of attributes, and you yourself are very, very important in this world, in this universe. So this entire thing is a huge cosmic plan by the divine, and none of us is dispensable. So whenever you overthink about losing someone or not being good enough, please remember this. I hope I've
Women
answered your question.
here, and
Yeah.
I need this answer from you. That do our insecurity actually contribute to fear and anxiety, and how do we get over our insecurity? Wow.
So, Shubham Sensai, this is one of the best questions I have received, and I'm so excited that you asked me this kind of a question. So, why do we get insecure? Insecurity stems out of not feeling good enough. It stems out of wanting approval from others, or wanting to be a certain way. Like, I'll give you certain examples. So, why would I feel insecure? I don't look good. Why would I be insecure? I don't have enough money. I don't have a fancy car. I don't have anything to show to people. I am not a top performer. I don't have awards and rewards to show. But do they actually define you? But do all these things actually define you? I don't think you are your face, your looks, your height, your money, your performance. I think you're a very, very important soul who was born here to do a certain thing. You came with your own set of lessons, choices, and your own set of strengths as well. So never ever let anyone or anything make you feel lesser than who you are. So this is actually, Shubham, actually you have given me one more reinforcement that we need to take that self-love session pretty soon. That self-love thing, self-assurance is very, very important for the people who are joining us here. So another thing is, how do we get over our insecurities? The best thing about this is, when you start talking to yourself like you respect yourself, when you start acknowledging what all you bring to the table, when you stop questioning yourself that why can't I do this, and rather focus on what you can do, the strengths that you carry, the the positivity that you bring around people. So the moment you stop focusing on what you lack and start focusing on what you have, your insecurities will start going down, and you will start feeling very, very self-assured and self-accepting. I hope that answers you. We have again lost Deepak. I think there's a network issue on his end. So I'm waiting for him to join. And if there is any other question, we would be glad to take it. You're welcome, Sachin.
Back again.
Yeah.
Technical.
There's a network issue at your end, I guess.
The one form of giving things which gives us anxieties now these days is Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Wi-Fi can really mess things up. So
Yeah.
I'm actually waiting. If there is another question, we'll wait for a few moments, and then, you can start asking your tarot questions. In fact, let's start the tarot readings. In case someone has a question, we can always take it in between. So guys, ask away. I have my deck here, and I'm ready to answer your questions through tarot card readings. Is it necessary to have a purpose in life in order to stay happy? So Shubham, it's not necessary to have a purpose in life in order to feel happy or stay happy, but when we have a purpose in life, it keeps us motivated and it keeps us going. But yes, there is no harm in living from moment to moment. In fact, most of the Zen masters ask us to live from one moment to another and not have a very long-term plan or very long-term, ideas about ourselves. But yes, sometimes our life leads us to a place where we feel that there is a purpose that I need to fulfill. Like, if you ask me, I always felt that there is a purpose. I really want to help people who suffer from anxiety and depression and stress, especially related to work or studies, like the young adults. So it is not important to have a purpose in life. You need to be happy in whatever you are doing. If you're happy living from one moment to another, there is no harm in doing that. The only thing is that you need to be satisfied at the end of the day when you lie down and you are like, I am at peace with myself, I'm at peace with my mind, my soul, and my heart. That is what makes the difference.
Okay.
I hope that gives you an answer.
Purpose in life, I can tell you, वो help कर सकता है हमें in another way. When you woke up in the morning and you have a purpose, so you do something to achieve that purpose. In that way, that purpose can help you. Of course, let's say if you have a goal, कि मेरा purpose है life में, I have to achieve this thing, I have to help so many people, I have to, study this thing. So that purpose help you to build a good habit in your lifestyle. Otherwise, there's, again, as Bhumika ji said, there's nothing important to, like, it's not required that you have to have a purpose in your life. At the end, if you're sleeping peacefully, that means you live your day.
Yeah. So you need to feel alive in every moment of your life. That's all we are here to do.
Right.
So I'm ready to take the tarot questions. If someone has a question, please ask away. I'll be doing the readings.
We can start with the general part.
I always have a lot of fear and anxiety related to my health. What does my... Okay, let's see. Self-made strong girl. So self-made strong girl, your anxiety actually stems from the fear of instability in your life. So maybe you have faced certain situations in your life wherein you were not secure enough. Either you felt that financially you are not supported, or you felt that mentally you don't have anyone to fall back upon, you don't have anyone to count upon. So this part of your life has actually instilled a lot of fear, and somewhere there is a thought process in you that if you don't do it for yourself, no one else would be there for you. So uh, that feeling of being alone, that feeling of having to do everything on your own and not having anyone to fall back upon is something that is causing a lot of anxiety about your health. I don't see any health issues coming in your life, any major health issues coming in your life as per your cards. You would you by the reading, it's very clear that you will live a very good life. You might have aches and pains here and there, but I don't see any major health issues. One thing again, I would say that you need to be watchful about your food habits. There seem to be some sort of either lack of exercise or some sort of food habits which are making you a little lethargic, maybe. So the thing is that you need to eat well, you need to eat clean, and you just need to let go of the fear that you will be alone and there is no one you can fall back upon. The moment you do this, no, you will be perfectly fine. Your health will get back to the perfect state that you want it to be in. I hope that answers you.
Okay. Is there any other question?
I don't think so. There's a question. Can you do a general reading for my son, Sarvesh Padmashri ji?
Oh, hello. It's so
Thank you.
good to see you here, Padma.
So happy, self-made strong girl, that it makes sense to you. I'm so glad I could help you. Padmashri ji, Sarvesh ji ke liye 15 years old. You want a reading for him, general reading.
Hello.
Um, I feel you kind of worried about his studies. Maybe you feel that that your son is not paying enough attention, and maybe he's more busy with his friends and not really serious about the things that he's doing. But I'll tell you something, he's a very, very good person who knows what he wants. And even when he might be showing that he's happy go lucky, he, at the back of his mind, he always knows what he has to do, where he has to be. In fact, he's very sincere in whatever things he does, so you don't have to worry about his future at all. Another thing is, in terms of health, um, he would be doing pretty well. And if at all he wants to pursue some sports or some kind of a physical activity, please allow him to do that, because that is somewhere he needs to expend his excess energy. Overall, he's got an amazing future ahead. You don't have to even think twice before you take any decisions for him. Academically, he'll do pretty well. He's very sorted in his mind, and he just is a feisty guy, and he needs to physically do something for himself at this moment. Otherwise, he's in perfect state at the moment. I hope it helps you, Panjili. So anyone else has a question? I'm ready to take another question. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome.
And
If someone has a question, you can ask. Yeah.
since she's here, I really wanted to say thanks to her also, because I'm someone who's always annoying her. I keep annoying her. I want to understand this. I want to understand that. She's so nice of her, because हमेशा ही मेरे क्वेश्चन का आंसर करती है without any expectation, without anything. I can't thank you.
Okay, Shweta, I always believe that I can handle every task, but in mind, I'm always anxious. Okay, let me see, Shweta, what is it that is making you anxious and how we can overcome it. So, Shweta, from what I can see in the cards is that you have somehow faced some sort of disappointment from the people around you, and that is the reason you can't completely trust people, and somehow you feel like even if someone does it for you, uh, they'll not do it as perfectly as you will do it. So that is what is causing you the anxiety. But please understand that you don't have to do everything alone. There are people out there who are ready to share your load and who will be very happy to to help you out. So one is that you just don't want to be vulnerable, which is actually not doing you very good. And another thing is that there's a super woman or superman syndrome in you, which makes you do everything on your own, all alone. So you need to accept that you are not alone, and you will be able to handle whatever situation is coming in your life. There is nothing wrong in taking help from others. I hope it helps you, because I would sincerely ask you to seek help and accept help from people around you. So there's a question, Neha Pal, reading for my father-in-law, Mr. Rajpal, 65 years old. Let me check, Neha. So Neha, there seems to be some kind of an emotional upheaval that he has recently gone through, or he might be going through. Um, but then now things seem to be getting better for him. He just need to relax a little. He thinks a lot and he worries a lot about people around him. He really needs to relax and rest for a while. Um, as far as his health is concerned, I don't see any major issues. But yes, worry is something which is actually causing him some sort of maybe sleepless night. Maybe he's not able to sleep properly, or he keeps on thinking about or worrying about people. Otherwise, I don't see major concern in his life. The only thing is that he's emotionally very, very vulnerable at this point in time, and he really needs to relax and, focus on his mind and body. I hope that helps you, Neha. So, Shubham is fearing about our future, good or bad? Shubham, fearing about our future is actually not good, because one thing, see, fear kabhi bhi good nahi hota. If there is fear, there is no faith. So when we have a faith in a better future, when we have faith in better tomorrow, that is when we manifest that. So whenever we are fearful, we don't we manifest our fears, and when we have faith, we manifest the best outcome that we want. So fearing about our future is actually not a very good thing. You should be hopeful. You should always have positive things to think about your future, rather than feeling that you might uh, do something wrong, or you might land up somewhere where you'll not be able to come out of it. So we'll again, now that again has given me another idea. We will work on the manifestation as well. We will have another live session on manifestation, what helps you manifest the best in life, whether it is through health, or whether it is about your money or your life in general. How do we manifest things?
Okay,
I would
सिमरन इज आस्किंग, मैम मुझे फॉरेन जाने के लिए एग्जाम देना चाहिए, मुझे जॉब करनी है, प्लीज टेल मी. Okay, so Simran is basically wanted to go to abroad. She just asking whether she wanted to try again, because she mentioned that she has already given 2 attempts. Okay.
Thank you, Neha. You're welcome. I hope that the questions were answered well. So Simran has already given 2 attempts, and he wants to settle abroad. और अदरवाइज आपको जॉब करनी चाहिए, या आपको एक और अटेम्प्ट देना चाहिए? लेट मी चेक. Okay. So Simran, as per the cards right now, you should actually take up the job. अगर आपके पास कोई offer है or if someone is asking you to join somewhere, please take up that job because you need to give it a break. Trying to move abroad, you really need to give it a break because right now you're not in that energy where you can actually manifest the desire that you have about moving abroad. So why not start working and maybe try again next year? I hope that answers your question. Hello ma'am, is it the right time to change my daughter's school? She's in 3rd class. Okay, Mona Sharma ji, let me check. Actually, if you're planning to, upgrade her school, this is the right time to start trying because she might not be able to get through immediately. So the moment you start trying, you'll have ample time to prepare her so that when she's really ready to go there, you have that preparation time. So right now, I think you should start preparing and maybe attempt once because the chances are that things might not turn out the way we are expecting. But at the end of the day, there's one more thing that whether she gets in or whether she doesn't get into the new school, she is going to perform miraculously well in her academics. That could be owing to the focus on the entrance that you are planning for her to appear for, but academically she's going to grow. So you should actually start the process, but maybe she'll not get in right now. Maybe she might get in the next year. Soulful Gypsy, yoga instructor feeling lost. Okay, Soulful Gypsy has a question. You want to start as yoga instructor and feeling lost if this is the right career choice, or you should go back to the corporate. So let's see. So Soulfully Gypsy, the thing is that your mind is in turmoil because you are kind of fearing about the fixed income. I got a very clear indication that you're talking about the fixed income. So you're talking. See what happens is when we are used to getting a fixed income, we are always fearful because the first few months of starting anything new are always difficult. But if you follow through on this yoga instructor work, you know, you will get two things. One, you will start getting positive outcomes maybe 3 or 4 months down the line. Two, it will be very, very emotionally fulfilling for you. I got the Sun card, which is a definite yes. So yes, this thing will work out for you, and it will be very, very emotionally fulfilling also. So I would say stick around and focus on your work and start putting your efforts in expanding your circle and maybe making yourself known in the circle. You will start reaping the benefits of the same. Just give it 3 to 4 months. I hope it helps. Soulfully Gypsy. Selectively social Sachin. My brother-in-law, when will he get married? Okay, let's see. Okay. You're welcome, Soulfully Gypsy. So, Sachin, somehow your brother-in-law doesn't seem to be getting married anytime soon. Not, at least not in the coming 7 to 8 months. Apparently, he suffered some sort of a heartbreak in the past, and he's still reminiscing on the memories of the same. So that is why, even when things work out, even when maybe you are finding the right match and still things are not moving forward, this is because he's still, energetically hung up on that past relationship. So he needs time to actually process and release this relationship before he can actually embark on that journey of marriage. I hope that answers. Reading for Anup Singh and what's up in career ahead. Let's see. Uh, so Anup, it looks like you recently had a setback at your workplace, or maybe you had planned something which didn't work the way you expected it to work. But one thing I would say is that you need to actually make up your mind what you really want to do, because right now there is a confusion around what which side you want to pursue. So one thing is take some time out and sit and relax and choose one aspect or choose one direction where you want to take your career, because when there is an unclear intention, things really don't work out. Another thing is that there are people around you, people in the friend circle around you, who are influencing your decisions. But it is time for you to you know take an independent decision. Don't depend on other people's ideas and guidance. You need to actually go within and see what you really want to do and what you're really good at. So take some time, cut out people from your life, and just sit and make a decision once and for all as to where you want to be and what you want to do. But whatever setback you have suffered, this is because you were not prepared to the level where you were, to the level of the work that you were pursuing. So the preparedness was not there. So that is why things didn't work out for you. But now you need to find your niche and actually focus on that.
I think we should take last few question and then.
Yeah, there is one more question by Bishtani. Is the right time to shift the new house? Okay, so this will be the last question that I'll be taking. Let's see. So Annie, if you're looking at a new house, please go ahead and finalize it. It is the right time for you to move the house, and this house would actually give you a new beginning in so many aspects of your life. You will feel more happier, more healthier, and you will even feel more fulfilled in the new house. So please go ahead and move the house. So selectively social setting, you're welcome.
Okay. So again, thank you so much for joining us, Mika, Sachin, and Andama, Gypsy, who all joined this.
Thank you so much. So we'll see you next Saturday, and we'll have to find out the topic,
Yeah.
and we'll see you next Saturday. We'll share the topic shortly. Thank you so much for joining. Namaste. You're welcome, Annie. You're welcome, Simran. See you again next Saturday. Bye bye.